Hello, everyone. I'm Linda Carr, the founder of the Vagus Genie Formula, and I'm coming to you today with something new. We'll talk a little bit of science today. I'm going to talk to you about a new class I'm doing, and I'm going to tell you a story, a personal story that has been extraordinary for me. I've got some notes. I was so excited to get on and share this. And I wanted to stay organized. I hope I do. And if I don't, it's okay. All right. Now, the story I'm going to tell you shortly is called Can a Place Hold Your Light? And this is an experience that I have lived in recent months here in northern New Mexico. And it is part of what this class is based upon. Grab some paper if you want. You may want to take notes about this content, about the class that's coming up, and etc. So I'm going to dive in. I'm going to lay out some things really specifically before I dive in. So the story, can a place hold your light? The class coming up is called Inherited Darkness, From Shadow to Sovereign Bliss. Now, both of those titles are very meaningful, and they intertwine in the story and the class. So, we're talking quantum physics here a little bit. I'll give you a little backstory, and then we'll move into what happened of late. Okay. So, as a lot of you know that have followed my work, worked with me, followed my work online, been to my website, you know that my family, part of my family, banished me emotionally most of my life. I've been transparent about that because that's what led me to creating my Vagus Genie Formula so that I could recover. So I've lived a lifetime of emotional banishment from my very own family. And healing that felt impossible most of my life. 4.5 years ago, I did some very specific training. I created my Vagus Genie Formula. I now coach and provide healing for people with this formula. And that's what allowed me to heal. So along the way, I came to believe that growing up in our home, I knew that our home growing up was full of hatred. And I knew that hatred had taught me that I was guilty. I came to believe that I was guilty. Because I was hated, I believed it was my fault. I began to feel guilty, and that guilt drove shame. Okay? That's the inherited darkness I'm talking about. We're talking about emotional, energetic density. Okay? Emotional energetic density. It's real. Emotions carry energy, and that energy is real. And that energy can saturate an environment. So, this course, Inherited Darkness, takes that apart. How is that possible? How can that affect me as a human being? What can I do about it if I realize that I have taken on this emotional energetic density? Okay, I want to stay as organized as I can here. So, as I began to learn and fully believe that all of my life growing up in our home that was full of the emotional energetic density of hatred, and I began to feel responsible for that, I became guilty, I became ashamed, and my self-worth was very low. Okay, so that's driving me my whole life. All right, so there's that piece, okay? In my healing journey, in my research, quantum physics proves yes, these energies are real, these emotions result in these energies, and it's real, it's dense, it's real. Okay, it can be in an environment, it can be in matter, our bodies. So that was profoundly helpful to me. I was thrilled. It was profoundly helpful. Then, as I use my Vagus Genie Formula work, my system with tapping, with clearing, with regulation, I had a very, very specific point to work with in my work. I had specific experiences, events, emotions, energies to direct the work and clear the energy. All right, so then we fast forward a little bit, and I'm back in New Mexico. And in this environment where I live right now, I'm in my office in northern New Mexico, and not very far from this office are trails that I have run and walked thousands of times. There are stairs that I have run thousands of times. There's a little park that I have spent time in thousands of times. And the very best years of my life were here. So I've got my office, the little park, the trails, the stairs, and the very best years of my life were here. I left this area for a while, and I returned 1 year ago. So stay with me. Earlier this year, as I was walking the trails, running the stairs, visiting the park, building my practice, I began to feel acutely aware day to day that I was absorbing my bliss, my power, my immense happiness, emotional, energetic density from this area. And I said, that must be possible, because I had already come in the research I did, I had already proved to myself, okay, yes, I absorbed emotional energetic density all of my life growing up at home, and that really, really harmed me. So, of course, the flip of that, bliss, happiness, euphoria, joy, fun, could also exist in these areas where I had spent thousands and thousands of hours training, seeing clients, and simply feeling incredible, alive, empowered, happy. So I got a validation on that. I went back to the research. I always research. I'm always going to prove everything to myself, especially before I tell you. So then this little blog got written. Can a place hold your light? Now that blog will be on my website soon. It is not there yet. It will be on the website soon. HealYourVagusNerve.com. And then all of that led into this class. The reason all of this is so powerfully near and dear to my heart and my teaching is that this is what harmed me more than anything in my life. And this is what brought me back to recovery and healing more than anything in my life. Okay. And I had never been exposed to this information. I had never even considered that these things could be possible. So, what I proved to myself through research, through my own experience, is yes, people, places, and things can carry emotional energetic density that can deeply harm us. And yes, people, places, and things can hold emotional energetic density that can heal us, restore us, enliven us. And I've lived both of those experiences. I've lived them both. So here came the class, right? Inherited darkness from shadow to sovereign bliss. That's my story. And in my Vagus Genie Formula practice, it is very clear now that eight or nine out of every 10 clients I work with in my educational coaching system, the Vagus Genie Formula has experienced inherited darkness. Excuse me. So it's incredibly exciting. And now I'm going to lay out the intro class for you and the full class for you. Let you know when you can find that information on my website, on Facebook, on YouTube, and there'll be a lot of information in the show notes. I hope I have explained this in a way that is accessible to your mind and your heart. And I suspect that it's turning on light bulbs for some of you because sometimes nobody has answers for us. This is a little bit obscure, what we're talking about. It's not mainstream, which is why it can be difficult when we're looking for healing and recovery and not finding it, because we're not looking for this. We're not looking for this. We're not looking for this. I've been in school for 20 years. I've done emotional personal development work for 20 years. I wasn't looking for this. It came to me. in my own experience and my own research. So thank you for hanging in there with me. I will give you some more information now before I sign off. And then we're going to really expound on this in the intro class, in the full 4-hour class. So on November 8th, Saturday, from 10 to 11 Mountain Standard Time, there is a 1-hour introduction class to the full course, Inherited Darkness, From Shadow to Sovereign Bliss. There's no charge for that class. It will be live on YouTube, November 8th, Saturday, 10 to 11 Mountain Standard Time. On November 15th, Saturday, from 10 to 2 Mountain Standard Time, is the full 4-hour class, Inherited Darkness, From Shadow to Sovereign Bliss. The fee for that class is $59. Okay. By the end of this week, October 24, Friday, the landing page will be up on my website. It will be on Facebook and YouTube. And all of that information will be in the show notes. Okay. If you're interested in this experience, this topic, this possibility, I will be teaching a lot on this over the rest of this year. And we'll build upon it. I'll build upon it in my videos. And we have this intro class coming up, the full class coming up, and I'm available for coaching and education and taking you through my formula. So everything is on the website. I have a TikTok page, a YouTube page, a Facebook page. I'm on LinkedIn, got my website. I love my website. It's beautiful and it has a lot of information. So I hope I've kept this clear and clean and easily understood, and that you're finding it helpful. It completely changed my life and helped me to really finalize my own personal healing and recovery from all of this. So I'm Linda Carr. Thank you for being here. I'm going to sign off. We'll get this video up. Thank you so much. And watch for that blog. I'm not sure when the blog will be up. Can a place hold your light? That's the name of the blog. We'll have it up there soon. All right. Much love. And I thank you all so much. Signing off. Bye-bye.